Hey folks, welcome to this week's edition of BrushPile Fishing. We are in beautiful Tennessee on Watts Bar. I'll tell you what folks, it's going to get 60 degrees, but it's about 32 when we're starting this morning, but the winds are like next to nothing. We've got a great guest. If you've seen the Lake Douglas show, Matt Xenos is going to join us again. This man, he heads up the East Tennessee Crappie Club. He actually won their tournament here in Watts Bar yesterday with almost a 2-pound average. So I am definitely looking forward to getting on the water. He's a great fisherman, a great guest. So you stay tuned. We'll be right back with BrushPile Fishing.
Many people look at a lake and feel a sense of calm serenity. Crappie fishermen feel the heart-pounding anticipation of the thump. That's why host Russ Bailey is addicted to crappie fishing. It's this addiction that takes Russ from the Midwest to the Deep South in search of the best lakes, techniques, and patterns from some of the best crappie anglers in the country. Right here on BrushPile Fishing.
Hey folks, welcome back to BrushPile Fishing here in Watts Bar, Tennessee. Matt, how we doing today?
Doing well. How are you, Russ?
I'll tell you what, a little bit chilly, but there's no wind this morning.
None to speak of. Last time we fished on Douglas, we didn't have any wind.
Yep.
We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a good day, and we're going to catch some fish.
Can you tell the folks at home what we're going to do today?
Yeah, we're going to cast brush piles, probably anywhere from 12 to 20 feet of water.
Okay.
Water temperatures are up to about 52 degrees, so it's getting good. They're starting to move up, and I hope to see some big whites today.
So some single pole jig fishing.
Single pole jig fishing.
I'll tell you what, man, it don't get much calmer than this. Pretty sight. You ready to get started?
Let's go.
Watts Bar, Tennessee. Here we come, folks. Hey folks, welcome back to BrushPile Fishing here in Watts Bar. We are just getting started this morning with Matt Xenos. Matt, what are we going to be doing here, bud?
So we've got a couple brush piles here, Russ, that we've marked. They're in about 15 foot of water.
Okay.
We're going to cast these nice bonehead jigs. These are stump bugs, black and chartreuse. We're going to cast across the brush pile. We're going to let it fall, and then we're just going to slow, steady retrieve.
Okay. He's got the stump bug. I went with a slim stick just to get started here, but Matt starts busting them. You know I'm gonna be changing real quick. So, all right. Just using the B&M Sharpshooter 6 this morning, folks. 6 foot, 1-piece rod. Nice for this. So you're just kind of going beyond the brush pile and just letting her drop down.
That's right, just let her fall.
Okay.
Give her about a 10 or 12 count, and then just start slow, steady retrieve.
Now, Matt, we was telling the folks in the opening, you were actually on a tournament here yesterday, and you and your partner had some pretty good fish.
Yeah, we had a good day yesterday. We had 13.67 with our largest 7 fish. So we had a really good day yesterday. It's probably one of the larger weights that we've weighed in off this lake.
Tell you what, I was impressed with. You just got the club started not too long ago, and membership's getting up there. Had a good, weigh-in yesterday.
We did. We had 14 boats in the event, which is a decent turnout for us. It's not our largest, but it's decent, and we've got 80 to 100 members, and we're still growing.
Yeah.
It's we got a great group of guys and girls, and everybody looks forward to the tournaments and coming out and fishing with us. So.
Yeah. I enjoyed talking to the guys yesterday. Got to meet some new ones, and a few of them I knew from before. So, Matt, for our viewers, if someone wanted to join the Crappie Club down here, what's the best way to go about it?
They can contact me personally. We have a Facebook page. It's East TN Crappie Club, and we fish 8 tournaments a year, and then during the off season we have seminars, and we do some training stuff, and we try to do stuff to further everyone along in in their angling experience. So yeah, it's a great group, and you know, we're active. We're doing stuff just about every month of the year. So
there you go, folks. And if you're just getting started in tournament fishing, the club's the best way to do it by far.
it is. You know, personally, myself, I've learned a lot from fishing with all the different anglers and all the tournaments, and you know, the different weather conditions and things that we fish in. So it was you know, it's helped me a lot just getting out on the water and learning.
We are in the end of March, folks, and starting out, air temperature is about 30, 32 degrees this morning, but water temperature is about 51. Pretty morning, that's for sure. There we go.
Oh,
Yep.
that's a good starter fish.
Come here.
Got him?
Yes, sir. Not bad to get started.
Not at all.
White fish. Good little belly on her. About 11-inch crappie. That'll get us going this morning, folks.
We're going to catch mostly whites today. We may catch a few blacks, but we're going to catch mostly whites. And the docks, though, in October are very good for black crappie.
I can tell you I'll be back after just seeing all of them.
There's a dock around every corner, that's for sure.
Man, it'd be rough coming out your front door, drinking a cup of coffee with this scenery.
Wouldn't it?
Jeez.
Stay tuned. We're only moments away from more brush pile fishing.
Welcome to the world of Mustad, legendary craftsmanship with over 180 years of experience. With advanced designs and technology, Mustad is a name you can trust for whatever you fish for. The long trusted classic and big game hooks, the innovative ultra-point designs, assortment of tools and jigs, or pre-tied rigs and accessories. Quality and durability are built into every Mustad product. Saltwater giants or freshwater trophies. Make your next trip more memorable with Mustad.
For great fishing, check out Grand Lake St. Mary's. Located in west central Ohio, if you're looking to land bass, catfish, crappie, perch, or bluegill, Grand Lake is the place for you. Check out GreaterGrandLakeRegion.com.
Nearly $500,000 on the line. Oh! And it all comes down to ounces.
1076, going and Ridge.
Don't miss a second of the newest and richest crappie trail in the country, the American Crappie Trail, presented by Lucas Oil. Woo! Watch Pursuit Channel, Fox Sports South and Midwest for all the action.
We're ready to go now.
The future of crappie fishing is here. The American Crappie Trail.
Love it. Living the dream, folks. Living the dream.
Brush Pile Fishing is brought to you by these fine sponsors. B&M Poles, over 70 years of quality and performance. Mustad, best-selling hook on the planet. War Eagle, built for hunters who love to fish. Suzuki, the ultimate 4-stroke outboard. Slime Line, catch the fever.
Oh, that sun feels good.
It does, doesn't it? There's one. That's a good fish.
That's it.
Oh yeah, grab that.
There's a good fish, folks.
Yeah.
All right.
There we
That was
go.
your first flip on this brush pile.
It was.
Heck yeah. Nice fish.
There he is. Feels like a decent fish. Yeah, grab the net, Russ. There we go. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Good one there.
A nice white.
There we go.
Got him?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. On the brush glider, first one. That's a black crappie. Look at there, folks. I think that's the first black of the day.
It is the first black of the day.
Look at that, though. Look at the bellies on these things.
They're getting fat.
They are.
They're
They
thinking
are.
about spawning. Like
at
you
there.
said, the water in here is 51 degrees, so they're thinking about it.
Beautiful fish, that's for sure. Folks, that last fish came on the brush glider. I just changed. There's another one on it. Smaller, but still good fish. And that's the black and chartreuse brush glider. And I'm gonna show you something. I had just dropped down. That's the first time since I caught the last. And we talk about these fish wanting this jig. And that was quick. I mean, he just popped it hard. White crappie in the same brush pile, folks. You know, Matt, this is actually our last show in Series 5. And then we start taping for next year's series. So you're going to be the last one the folks get to see this year.
Well, I'm sorry, folks. So how many episodes does that make for you this year, Russ?
That'll be number 15.
15 episodes.
Yep.
You know, I know that you're traveling all over the country and really promoting the sport of crappie fishing, and I know the crappie anglers, as do I, appreciate that.
I appreciate that. Thank you
we
very
thank
much.
you very much for promoting the sport. And you know, it takes guys like you and like, you know, us with East Tennessee Crappie Club. It takes us, you know, really getting out there and promoting the sport to grow it. So it's all about growing the sport of crappie fishing.
It's really tough on me because I got to fish the best lakes in the country with some of the best anglers in the country. So yeah, it's tough, but I sacrifice, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine. It must be a tough life.
You know, Matt, I think this is the first brush pile that we've caught 2 crappie off of.
Yeah, it is. It's been one here, one there all day, so.
And actually got a black crappie and a white crappie off of this one.
You know, this is the second day that we've had after a cold front. And generally the second day after a front is tough.
Yeah.
So we're seeing that today. There's one. That's a good one, Russ. Grab it.
Don't go away. More brush pile fishing action is on the way. War Eagle Boats, the most versatile line of hunting and fishing aluminum boats available. We strive to overcome real hunting and fishing obstacles, which drives us to create better products in the future. Check out the Blackhawk 2170, the ultimate crappie fishing boat. Built on a 22-degree V-hull and paired with a 150 horsepower motor, you get lots of space and performance. All War Eagle boats are built to suit the needs of our customers, guaranteeing you a boat worthy of the investment. Visit wareagleboats.com to get yours started today.
Introducing NKT.TV, a brand new solution for the cord-cutting generation. With NKT.TV, viewers enjoy viewer-specific programming, with the ability to pick and choose the channels you wish to subscribe to. Missed brush pile fishing this week? Catch it on NKT.TV, along with all your other Pursuit Channel favorites. NKT.TV offers dozens of network and channel options for you, the viewer, to choose from. So go ahead, cut the cord, and get everything you want with nothing you don't. Visit NKT.TV today.
This episode of Brush Pile Fishing is brought to you by Brush Pile Fish Attractant, Southern Pro Tackle, Bonehead Tackle, Crappie USA, NKT.TV, Driftmaster, Power Pole, Grand Lake St. Mary's, Erupt Fishing Rod Threading Device.
Hey folks, welcome back to Brush Pile Fishing. If you just joined us, we're in Watts Bar here in Tennessee. We've made a couple moves this morning. I'm fishing with Matt Xenos. Matt, we're catching 1 per pile, maybe 2, and then it's time to go.
Yeah, we try not to overstay our welcome any one place. So we've made a few moves and just pulled up on a new spot and see if we can't catch a few here.
Yes, sir. And the end of the lake that we're at now, the water temperature is actually a couple degrees colder than where we started, and we haven't even marked hardly any fish on the brush piles. That's one thing. And the other thing is, you've got some good brush piles that are more on the main river there, but we can't fish them because the current's so strong right now.
Right, yeah, the currents, I did not look to see what they were pulling out of the dam, but the current's so strong, I mean, your buoy marker's got a wake to it.
Yeah.
So you can't fish those areas, and you know, it's extremely difficult to present your bait in front of a fish the proper way to get them to bite when it's, you know, current's pulling like that. So.
Yep. And it is definitely moving today.
Now, a brush pile tip.
Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying today's show, but right now I want to take a little break and talk about a product I discovered. You know, when we're doing seminars in the winter, we have people come up and show us the products that they've invented, and we've seen some pretty neat stuff, but this one here really made a lasting impression on me. It's Erupts Fishing RTD, the rod threading device. This is one of the slickest inventions I've seen in a long time for crappie fishermen. It's called the RTD, the rod threading device, and right now, here's where it comes into play. If you've seen our show, you heard me talk about, you know, I'm getting a little bit older, my eyesight's not as good, so it's harder for me to thread some of these rods, especially with the smaller eyelets. But also, have you been out on a boat in the wind and you're trying to thread a pole and the wind's blowing the line everywhere, or you get to the end of the pole and then you discovered you forgot a loop, or you get all the way to the end, the wind takes it and it all comes back out of the rod? Well, this will solve all your problems. Check this out. Okay, the RTD comes out of the package ready to go. All I'm doing is threading my line through that needle, and there is no tying or anything. You pull it down and you're ready to thread. So we move that along the rod, and as long as you keep that on the rod, it will thread that. And you hear that clicking, it doesn't come out. This RTD makes it so easy to thread those rods. It takes a lot of the problems away. The RTD also comes with an extra guide and an extra bobbin. And the thing is, folks, I just started using this myself. The more you use it, the better you'll get at it. You'll get used to it. The RTD is something, like I say, I definitely believe in, and it's something that you're going to want to invest in. And if you want to check out more videos or learn more information, you can go to their website, which is eruptfishing.com. Check these out, folks. I know you'll love it. But right now, let's get back to the show. There's an eagle.
Yeah, there's a bald eagle. They frequent this lake down here, Russ. I've seen them on Watts Bar, I've seen them on Chickamauga, I've seen them on Tellico. They're beautiful.
Love seeing them, that's for sure.
There's one.
There's one.
Yeah, grab the net.
Here we go. First move into deeper water.
Oh yeah.
First move to deeper water, one flip and one fish.
Still to come, more brush pile fishing action.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler Gray Haze.
This patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor,
Rockport Rattler.
making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
Driftmaster rod holders. Whether you are pushing, pulling, or organizing, Driftmaster has you covered with products that are made in America. We can rig any boat for any technique from front to back. Driftmaster, for the way you fish. Get ready, get registered, and get qualified for the 2019 Cabela's Crappie USA Classic hosted this year on Old Hickory Lake, Gallatin, Tennessee. Crappie USA, the largest crappie tournament organization in the world, is giving you the chance to compete for over $100,000 in cash and prizes, including 2 Ranger boat packages powered by Mercury and Minn Kota in our amateur and professional divisions. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a beginner, take your fishing to the next level at the Cabela's Crappie USA Tournament Classic. B&M Poles, the #1 crappie pole company in the world. Whether you are jigging, trolling, pulling, or pushing, B&M has your pole. 3rd-generation family company with over 7 years experience. Home to the Bucks Graphite Jig Pole, the first and best-selling graphite jig pole in the U.S. for over 35 years. Visit bnmpoles.com for yours today.
Here he is. Grab the net, Russ. Yeah. Go ahead, I got him.
Got it?
Yeah.
I think that's as quick as we caught two together. It's like bam, bam.
It's not a large concentration anywhere, is there? There he is.
Bad again.
All right, little one. Little guy.
That means there's one more down here.
That's kind of been the pattern of the day, isn't it?
Yep. There we go.
Got him?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. 2 drops, 2 fish. Another good white there. Tell you what,
That's
folks.
a good one.
Now, a brush pile tip.
All right, so I just got hung in the brush pile here that we're fishing, and I've got a technique that I use to get your jig unhung from a brush pile. When you're hung in a limb, you can take your line and pop it, and it'll come. It sends a shock down your line to your bait, and it'll pop it off that limb. You can get your bait back.
There we go.
Got him?
Oh yeah.
Good one.
That's a good fish.
Stay on.
That is a good fish.
Oh yeah. That's what we're looking for, Russ.
Come here. He got stuck in that limb. Oh, that is it. Another nice fish. Man, look at the bellies on these things. They're not even spawning. They're not even close.
And no.
Just gorging themselves.
Now, a brush pile tip.
Hey folks, right now I want to give you a brush pile tip. We had a great day on the water today. A lot of the brush piles had 1 or 2 fish, but when they did hit, they were pretty aggressive, and then you had to move. The one thing that we figured out early, we had temperatures, air temperatures anyways, in the 30s when we started this morning, so it did drop the water a little bit. On one part of the lake that we fished, the water temperature was 51 to 53 degrees. The other part that we tried to fish was down to about 48. It doesn't sound like a big difference, but almost all the fish we caught were in that warmer water. And in the colder water, a lot of the brush piles that we found didn't even show any fish on them, but we still try to fish a few. So again, just a couple degree water temperature can make all the difference. So make sure when you're scouting, pay attention to little things like that.
Well, we broke the mold.
That's 3 on one pile.
3 on one pile. 4 on one pile.
No way.
Yep. That's a good fish too, Russ. Oh, grab that net.
Oh yeah.
Oh, stay, don't do it, don't do it.
You got him,
Oh.
you got him. Folks, we have searched all morning for a pile that's holding consistently, aggressive fish. This is the first time. That's 4 fish. We've been here, what, 5 minutes?
Roughly, yeah.
Everything else we've hit today is 1 or 2 fish at the max, and I think we found it here. Nice fish.
That's a good Watts Bar fish.
Yeah.
And now, the brush pile gear check.
Hey folks, right now it's time for the brush pile gear check. As you can see today, we were making cast or flipping and even shooting beyond the brush piles and then just working that back. The rig we used was a Sharpshooter 6 by B&M. Again, this is normally made for dock shooting, but it was great for the application we use today. It's a 1-piece 6-foot rod. I had the Daiwa spinning reel on there. It's a Fuego series. Now, we went with a 6-pound high-vis slime line. And a lot of the bites you would actually see before you felt them. So that high-vis line is important. Now, as far as the jig, I had a 1/16 ounce must-have jig head, and I was going with the brush glider. And the color is called Nightstick. It's like a black and chartreuse, but this was dynamite all day long. I like the brush glider, the big body. The water's just a little bit murky, so I like that. Now, Matt was going with his favorite, the old stump bug. Same color for most of the day, but he really likes the stump bug. And again, you can see the long tails on the end. I had the one tail with the big body, but Bonehead Tackle did it again for us today. And that was the brush pile gear check. We've got a current in here, and we're only using 1/16 ounce jig heads, folks. So you got to give them time to drop too, because they're falling slow.
Russ, I'm counting to about 10 or 11.
Yeah.
10 or 11 seconds, Mississippi's.
And then you're just doing a slow, steady retrieve.
Slow, steady retrieve.
Let it stop, pop it.
Yep. And a lot of times on that pop, they'll hit it.
Yep. Now, Matt, one of the things we always talk about here on the show is giving the limits, both the size limit and numbers. What is it here on Watts?
So on Watts Bar Lake, it's a 15 fish per person limit and a 10-inch size limit.
Okay.
So they got to be 10 inches, and you can keep 15 per person per day.
I'll tell you what, it's been fun today. There's a nice one. Oh, he's got me in the front. There, he's out, he's out. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Nothing like getting one more before we go to Ohio, though.
That's it.
Another big white crappie, folks. I'll tell you what, we had to work for these today. It was one or two.
Yeah.
But this last brush pile's been good, and they've been quality fish.
They have. It's been a good brush pile. This one has, like you said. I mean, one here, one there, all day, moving around. But we stayed with it, and that was the good thing. Is we kept our heads high and stayed with it. And
folks, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this series of brush pile fishing. But you stay tuned. We'll be back next year with a brand new series. Matt, thanks again for joining us here at Watts Bar.
Thanks for coming down,
Russ.
today. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed it, folks.
Hang on, Russ. Don't throw that one back.
Let's compare
Hey,
those.
let's compare fish.
What do you think there, folks?
Keep rolling, cameraman.
For more brush pile fishing excitement, find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.